teams with the biggest fan zone in the world. Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
There are two chances, just as you said. Aubameyang was clear to give him the ball and he could have scored. Yeah. At least he could have given, even if he didn't score, at least give him the ball and have a chance to score. And you will always so selfish, you play the ball out, understand?
Being a Chelsea fan, I was just kind of optimistic that we'll win because we've had a very bad form this season.
Clash of the Titans between the two London rivals, Chelsea versus Arsenal. Already Man City has overtaken Arsenal on the lead of the table with 13 matches played. A win for Arsenal today, Arsenal will automatically overtake Manchester City. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
Yeah. Okay. Chelsea is coming back, whether they like it or not. Once I just go to my this. I want to see Chelsea has so many substitutes.
Hello, viewers. You are welcome to Premier Sports Fan Center, and this is our live show. That is the watch along show in Premier Sports Fan Center. And in today's edition, the UEFA Champions League enters the final round of features, with nothing left to play for in Group G, as all four teams will finish in the same position in which they start the round. Red Star Brigade will collect the wooden spoon, just as they did in their two prior UEFA Champions League group stage appearance, and now round off their campaign against table toppers Manchester City, with the bookies making the Serbian club huge outsiders to bear the English champions, despite some small positive for the host. Yeah, and today's edition, we can see Guardiola is so comfortable with the situation because they've already qualified. Manchester City and Red Bull Leipzig have have already qualified in this Group G encounter. They are just playing for formality's sake. And no wonder Pep Guardiola has paraded some 3 academic players to come and showcase themselves, giving them playing time. Well, I'm not alone to talk about the match in the studio today. I'm with Yemite himself. Yemite, how did you do today?
I'm fine. Another so let's just get right to it.
Yeah, let's get right to it. So the match have started. And already the match is 13 minutes old. And the match between Red Bull Leipzig versus Young Boys is also 13 minutes old. There was an early goal scored there, but it was chopped off. And that goal was scored by Red Bull Leipzig. But the referee chopped it off because it was an offside after a VAR check. And now the situation still remains goalless in that encounter. So, well, we have seen what is going on right now. 14 minutes. So, what are your expectations coming to this match?
Yeah, nothing much. Man City already topped the group. They are just playing this game for formality's sake, just Man City. And let's just see what they will do with this fixture. They are already on 15 points. They've not dropped any points so far in this group. And maybe they want to finish like a house on fire. And it will be good for Man City.
Right, it'll be good for Man City. And Man City have a very good record when it comes to group stage of the UEFA champions. At least 37 times, they've only lost twice, when it comes to the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And I don't think Guardiola will want to add the number of losses in the group stage. But we'll give it to Guardiola. And today, we discover the selection is making. He's coming up with a 4-2-3-1 kind of formation against Red Star Brigade.
Yeah, 4-2-3-1 is practically that formation that that Man City usually take lately in their games. So it's one of those consistent formation it goes even from last season. So let's just see. I want to just get that one last 3 points, and so that I can qualify with all 18 points. Every season you just want to find a record to hold on to. So let's just see if they have the enough desire to actually win.
I'm talking about the Red Star Brigade. They've been consistent in winning in their own home, in their own league, in their own home. I think prior to the Champions League, they've had good numbers of winning, up to 20-something winning at home without. But it was just the Champions League. They were defeated by Red Bull Leipzig, and that was, I think, two loss since 30-something matches, for at home. So it's a very good record. Do you see them coming against Manchester today?
I don't see them doing anything spectacular. They play in a league that they are mainly the toughest team there, the Serbian league. And it's just that, see, who is bigger than you is bigger than you. It's a fact, yeah. The earlier teams, many teams understand that the better. So let them just do the needful. Try to defend very well against City. Because once City gets into that scoring mood, they hardly stops.
Yeah, they hardly stop. And talking about the match between Red Bull Leipzig versus Young Boys. What are your take on the match?
My take on the Leipzig game. Leipzig too has qualified second on the log, and Young Boys and Red Star, I think they are in a race for who will get the Europa League spot. So let's just see if they can try to get something out of this one.
All right, and it is Red Star who are having attacked now, but the goalkeeper came out to save that, and the goalkeeper for the day is Ortega.
Yeah, Ortega. And the second goalkeeper of Manchester City. Ederson will be on bench, maybe resting or maybe out of the squad for today.
Yeah. It wasn't seen in training ground. It was not seen. I think it was at home resting.
Yeah, Man City has already qualified, and there's no need bringing in Ederson again. If at least Red Stars is not that big of a team, that Man City will panic and start and thinking Ortega cannot do a good job.
All right. And let's quickly look at the lineup in Manchester City squad, we are seeing some Bob as the more standing as the Allard of Erling Allard of today. Do you see him performing wonders today?
I doubt it. It's just a second fringe side. And when you look at it, well, Man City is a very flexible side. So it's just a plug and play kind of structure. This club has structure. And when a club has structure like this, it's easier to fuse in new players and they perform very well. So that's one thing about Man City. You can actually bring in another player and he will just gel as if he has been playing for years for that team. But that doesn't take anything away from the risk it entails starting a new guy who might not really understand what it means to play the UEFA Champions League.
All right. Looking at the Guardiola selection, all right, it is Leipzig. We are trying to build momentum from the left side, but it has been defended there by Lewis. Also, one not regular, feature that is Lewis. I think he did very well in that defense. Do you see him, doing better, or I'm not in the expectation for him today?
Lewis is a regular in that team. Lewis is that young guy that made sure Cancelo left for Bayern Munich in January last season. And since then, Lewis has been a fantastic addition for Manchester City. He came through the ranks actually.
And it is Manchester City who is attacking now through the right. We have one man to beat. They throw it and it's into the net for Manchester City. And you can see the celebration.
Hamilton.
Wow.
Hamilton just made it.
Mika Hamilton, one of the academy players too.
Yeah. Yeah, look at how he took that ball. Took on his opponent and looked for space and blast it forward. Look at that touch. I just hope VAR won't win this goal.
Well, that's a sweet goal. There's no doubt. That's a beautiful goal.
Look at the way it took on the two players.
Two defenders.
Yeah.
1-2. Wow. So fast.
Found space. One. Stretched the defender and just lifted his attempt and it's inside the net.
Wow, that's a beautiful goal. That's a beautiful goal. And the goalkeeper was not expecting that ball to go.
And that was a good chance from young boys too. That corner kick with that header, a flashing header, but the keeper was very smart to actually get a hand to that one to push it over the bar.
Wow, that's a beautiful one. So we are talking about the Manchester.
You see what I'm saying?
And the goal is being checked. But from our own view here, what do you say? And it's goal check and it's a goal. Goal allowed. That's a very good. From a distance here, we can see how clear the goal was.
No, you have to draw that line. Sometimes the eyes is not as accurate as those lines. You can see just a micrometers and all those things.
And Red Bull, Red Star want to respond with a goal here, but they've been called. An offside has been called. Look at that young boys, the offside move by young boys. I think it's a clear offside.
Leipzig.
By Leipzig, sorry.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
The goal they scored earlier in the game that was chopped off for offside. So that's the replay of the VAR decision right there.
Right, that is the replay. And, right now, it is 1-0 in favor of Manchester City in the 20th minute. That goal was scored by Mika Hamilton from the academy. A lot was said about him before. He was featured. A lot of people have been saying this guy, he has the move, brilliant move, and he has actually showcased that kind of move.
Yes.
So, how far do you see his future in Manchester City?
There's still time. Man City is not a team that you have one match wonder and you just run into the first team. Okay, there has to be consistency in training. There has to be the belief, the moral strength, because it takes a whole lot to wear that jersey of a team that year in, season out, they demand for the biggest of the biggest trophies. So it's a weight to carry. It's not just a jersey. So can he carry that weight at that very tender age? It's still left to be seen. But let's see if he has the heart. Maybe he's still a boy. One day he might just grow up to be a man, even faster than we thought.
All right. I think right now, what is his name? Erling Haaland have set a space that every striker that want to come to Manchester City will have to, consider himself before going, because Erling Haaland is not looking like a player that want to stop any moment from now. He actually want to continue. He want to continue banging goal here and there for Manchester City. That is the situation. And talking about young boys, I think is it a disappointing outing for them? Because the way it is, they are not going to qualify for the group stage.
The way it is, Man City has already qualified. Leipzig are already qualified, so they know already that they are not qualifying for the what is it called, knockout stage, not the group stage.
Yeah.
So it's now between Young Boys and Red Star Belgrade to see who will be going through to the Europa League. So that's, I think, what they are fighting for right now.
No. All right, that is what they are fighting for. And it is Red Bulls. Oh, but that one is a simple one for. It's not a threat to Etega. Just came out, caught that one in a comfortable manner. And it is Lipsy who is attacking our young boys right now, and into the left wing. What did he do? He has one defender to beat. He withdraw backward, and what did he do? A shot there, but it was too weak for the goalkeeper, and that one went out of play for a goal kick.
A weak shot.
For the goal kick to young boys. Talking about Rodri. Rodri is not here today.
Yeah.
Alvarez is not here. So he's not in the squad. Rodri is not. Alvarez is not in the squad. Foden is not in the squad. I think that is the main Manchester City's players.
The first team are not available. This is a more like a more second team, side team, and let's with the ways is a mixture of both new players and some of the in and out players of the first team.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a game that will be mixed of experience and inexperience. So I think they are doing better than one would have presumed.
All right, they are doing better because right now they are a goal up against Red Star Brigade. And talking about those who are Manchester Guardiola's actually feature, Akanji, that's one of the old, and Grealish, Kovacic also, and then Nunes, the Portuguese. I think those are the known Manchester City. Others are just not regular when it comes to play for Manchester City. I think
there's Lewis there too. Lewis is a regular since last season too. So Lewis is there too. And Ortega is the second goalkeeper. He has done a good job mostly. Even in the FA Cup last season, he kept most of those games. And it's just a few guys that are new in that team. I think more than half of that team are the normal players that come in and out of the starting 11 of Man City, but not a mainstay. There's Calvin Phillips too, the English defensive midfielder. That is probably will be moving out of Man City this January because he has not had game time so far. And the last press conference I saw Guardiola talked about him, he was actually apologizing that he has been of good behavior, but he has not really played him. So he's on the field right here. Let's see what he can do.
All right, let's see what he can do. The match is still on. 26 minutes into the first half, and it's still 1-0 in favor of Manchester United. Right now, it is
Man City.
Manchester City, sorry. And it is Lipsy who is trying to build momentum from the left. And now into the midfield. What did he do? A cross there. And they are still in control of the ball. With this be the first goal. A shot. No, good dribble there. And a shot. Placement. Oh, to the woodwork. That would have been an equalizer. That was a beautiful placement. But it was just some meters away to get a goal there.
Yeah, that was a very close one. That was beautiful finish, but he couldn't get. Yeah, I think that was his weaker foot. So he had to cut back, and he went for that collar. It was just off target, very close
Very
right
close.
there.
Yeah.
That would have been an equalizer deserved. But hey, it's a good chance. They can build on that for more confidence.
Yeah, they can build on that for more confidence. So if you are watching us, wherever you are watching us from, you can as well tell us you are watching where your destination. And also you can be part of this show. You can call in to to give your contribution. And our number is in front of our screen, and our number remains 090-304 99917. And you can also send in your live chat to be part of this conversation. And for those who are watching us for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe to be, to always get notified whenever we are stay on live. So that is the situation so far. It is 27 minutes into the first half. Manchester City won, and Red Star Brigade 0. The goal was scored by Mika Hamilton. And that was a beautiful, beautiful, sweet move by him. And it is Manchester City building momentum right now to the right wing. And it is Grealish. What did he do? He has a defender on him. Across the woo! It has been headed out by the defense of Red Star Brigade. And that was a sweet one. It's going to be a corner kick to Manchester City.
Yeah, corner kick to Man City in the 29th minute of that encounter. Let's see if they'll be making it too. Or maybe the defensive brilliance of Red Star Belgrade will come into play. And he plays a pass straight to Kovacic, he returns it back to Amel. And Lewis sets it there and a cross from Nunes into the box. But that was a good defensive work from Red Star Belgrade right there. But is Man City back in possession of the ball and passing around in the final third of Red Star Belgrade right there with Kovacic with the ball, who tries to run into the box, plays a shot, but it was blocked, leaving Red Star Belgrade to counter. And he sends a long pass for, I think, the top man striker for it. And he crossed the ball, but Ortega was smart enough to see that cross and had to run close to the ball and gets that one in the 30th minute of this encounter. So it's game on in that encounter. Man City 1, Red Star Belgrade 0.
Man City 1, Red Star Brigade 0. And in the other encounter between Leipzig versus Young Boy, is still goalless, and it is Young Boy which with the ball now across there, no, but it has been intercepted by the defense of the Leipzig side, and the match is just on, and Young Boy is trying to make, try to make their presence feel in the group stage. I think with the win here, they will be remembered for that.
Yeah, they'll be remembered for that, but can they really win? Only time will tell. And they've gotten some historic wins before in European competitions. And I think there was a time, was it Manchester United they defeated at their home ground? So it's been a team that is actually going through the ranks in the Swiss League, Switzerland League. And they've been one team that has improved, really, to actually being the king of that league from Basel, FC Basel, which has been struggling lately. So let's see if they can just do more and at least step up higher. And it's Man City with a chance, but it was lost to Red Star Belgrade. And they tried to set on a counter with their big man, black man attacker in front, who tries to set a link-up pass. But hey, it was too much weight on that pass. Straight to Ortega, who finds his fellow Man City teammate. And he passes the ball. I think that's Lewis. Lewis who runs with the ball. Let's see what can he do with the ball. He sets the ball back to his fellow teammate, who turns back and sends it to, I think that's Calvin Phillips, if I'm not mistaken, right there. And it's Man City trying to pass around Lewis, who sends it back and passing around and trying to waste it.
Yeah, just passing around, trying to buy all the time in the world, 1-0 ahead. They've already qualified. But Guardiola is never satisfied with goals. He always wants to get goal, even though he's winning you. Sometimes Manchester City will be leading a team 5-0 and they will be playing as if they are down,
Yeah.
as if they are wounded.
You know, he's a player, he's a team, he's a coach that likes to really win and win in a big way. It's just the Man City Guardiola that you see that he's now beginning to. Sometimes he score 2 goals and defend. But the Guardiola of before, I think especially the Barcelona days, they run you down all 90 minutes and keep running you until they win you out.
Yeah, that's Guardiola of the Barcelona days. But yeah, we saw it. We saw that in Manchester City too. You know, he wins and wins comfortably. You know, and he sometimes he winning you, and he will be the one protesting and quarreling as if he's down. You know, he's never satisfied with victories. But it's good for him, and it's good for the coach, and that is what we are seeing here. Though they are 1-0 down, but I don't think they are satisfied. They are still playing. They still look hungrier than the Red Star Brigade. They cross there, and that is it. Oh, what a miss! What a miss! What a
What
miss!
it means for Matthews Nunes, I think it's an offside actually. It's
Wow.
an offside. The referee has raised his hand for an offside. For that attempt, let's see. The referee raised.
Look at that! Look at that move.
I don't think that offside will have stood.
It was not an offside. It was in a good position. It was in a good position.
Yeah, but the referee flagged offside. Had it been it was a goal, VR would have checked it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow, but it's okay. Manchester City still leading 1-0, and Leipzig, Leipzig are the favorite in this match between Leipzig and Young Boys.
Yeah.
A lot of bookies will have gone for Leipzig straight win, but in football, always expect upsets, and that is
No,
what.
it's not about expecting upset. Leipzig has nothing to play for. So they have nothing to play for. So practically, might be one of the reasons why the intensity is not that high. Because had they been they have something to play for now, then they cannot top the group they've qualified. So there's nothing else to play for. Meanwhile, Young Boys, on the other hand, have a lot to play for. There's still Europa League up for grabs between them and West Ham Belgrade, the other team in the group. So there's still more entertainment still left. So it's just a very funny way that football wave goes. We saw Manchester United dropped out of the Champions League last night, staying bottom of their group. So, it's just a testament to the fact that in football, it can really humble you.
A lot of talks about the Manchester City side, about the coach, and the way it's going. Well, it's likely they're going to give him more time with Manchester City.
It's likely they'll give him more time, but let's see. Hopefully they will.
Hopefully they will, and it is Manchester City. Look at that sweet move by the one thing about Manchester City. Sometimes I wonder how they do their selection. Is it the coach or the scout? Because sometimes most of the players they are very flexible. They're very skillful. And they have the pace, and the ball control is always on the high side. So this credit, is it from to the coach or to the scout?
Is a joint work. The coach will let the scout know the kind of attributes he wants in a player he wants to get, and the scout will go out there and find who they can. So it is just a testament to the fact that football is not one man's business.
And
It is a teamwork. You have to work with your scouting network. And when you just look at it, it's one thing that they have done successfully. The way they have been scouting for Man City and getting new players.
Yeah, scouting for Manchester United, getting new players and getting good and quality players. That is the situation right now. And it is the 36th minute into the encounter, and it's Manchester City leading by 1-0. And they're just taking their time in the ball. so relaxed, and Tega is actually it has actually come out to prove to be a good goalkeeper so far, so good.
Yeah, he has been a good goalkeeper, but he has not really been tested. I don't think they forced a save out of him since this first half till this 38th minute of this encounter. It has been Leipzig who has not really attacked that much. So I think
And there is a counter for Manchester City here. What did he do? You have 3 men with him. He broke into the middle and give Chris space. Oh, but just some meter away for a pass. So Hamilton that will have finished it off.
yeah, he saw that run.
Look at that move. Look at that sweet move. Wow, that's a beautiful one.
And
And
you
it
can
is
see Matthews frustrated right there.
yeah. The young boys, I think they're doing very well with what we have seen so far against Red Star Brigade. They're doing well against them. And to me, the Red Star Brigade, I think this is their best squad so far.
Yeah, West Ham Belgrade. This virtually honest. They need the game. So at least you want to release your weapons at your disposal, the best of the best, to prosecute these kinds of game, and that's practically what they will do. Playing a second string Man City side, but that doesn't mean they lack in quality. We know Man City to have that strength in depth, so even their second team can still defeat some first team on the normal day. So it's Grealish on the attack in the final third of West Ham. He runs into the box and plays the shot with the left foot, but it was blocked off for a corner kick at the 39th minute of that encounter.
All right, we're having a message here from youth, Kialo. See, I hope that Manchester City will win. Please, God help them. Yeah, that is Ruth Kialo is praying for Manchester City. I think he's a Manchester City lover.
Yeah, maybe he's a Manchester City fan. But Man City has already qualified, so there's no cause for alarm. It's Grealish who crossed the ball into the box, but it was blocked. It was narrowed out till it was a goal kick right there. So it's game on in that encounter.
Yeah, recently we saw Doku got injured, and it's like he has not recovered since then. And we saw Grealish also got injured, but he's back on his feet playing for Manchester City.
Yeah, Grealish, he had a long season last season. And whenever these kinds of things happen, you know that injuries might plague him. You can see Saka. Saka has just been in and out, in and out. Today is a little knock, tomorrow is back. That injury, many of the time when you have been consistent for a long time, you can get injured. It's one of those. And Grealish is one player that absorbs players to himself, so he gets fouled a lot. He's a player like all those Neymar Hazard kind of player that they get the tackles, keep getting the tackles. And I think it's high time that he starts adjusting his play and hold ball less so that you don't get too many tackles and get injured to the point that you now get all those surgery over and over again. Before you know it, you might just have to retire early. There are a lot of players. There was this footballer, was it Batistuta? I don't know. I can't remember the name. He said the pain on that leg was so much that he was thinking of them to amputate it.
Wow.
So all these things, Yoruba will say Araluma Fabosi. It will come back to store in the body. So you need to use wisdom and you need to be really smart in all these things.
But that should be an infringement for pushing there. It should be carded there. But the referee is so merciful, and I think he has allowed that to go. He has just blown for an infringement against the Red Star Brigade. That is the situation, and you can see Guardiola complaining to the officials.
Yeah.
That's why he's always looking hungry, even though when he has enough, he's feed himself enough.
Yeah. Guardiola. You see, that's the winning mentality. Look at all those big name coaches. That's what they do. They don't get tired. They don't give room for mediocrity. They give it their all at all the time. Even in an inconsequential game they want to win. That's the winning mentality. That's a top mentality. So when you see your coach behaving like that at the touchline, what excuse would you have not to give the best?
It's not relaxed.
Yeah.
Sometimes ago when Ten Hag came, when Manchester United were losing, a lot of people were complaining, is it because the coach is not coming to the touchline, he's not talking to the players, and now he's talking and they're still losing. So he's talking from the touchline and they're still losing. So it's not. Sometimes it is good anyway. Like Guardiola, I think he has that quality, he has that characteristics. He knows when to be furious. He knows when to awaken up the best in the players. And it's Manchester City now trying the 18 box. He has 3 defenders on him. What did he do? Hamilton. What did he do? He go back trying to create space there, and he has passed the ball back to Lewis. Lewis now, what did he do? Cross the ball back into the midfield. And Kovacic is in this match.
Yeah, Kovacic is in this match. He's the experienced player in this team. So a lot is expected from him. And he has been delivering. He's been leading the team the way he should. And you can see him all over the pitch, doing the runnings, doing the attacking, the defending. And that's expected from an experienced player, a former Champions League winner with Chelsea. And I think he played for. I think he won the Champions League with Real Madrid too, but I'm not so sure. So it's Kovacic that is an experienced player, so a lot is expected from him, and he has not really let those expectations down.
Yeah, he has not really let those expectations down, and it is Red Star Brigade that is trying to get into the team box of the Manchester City, but it has been blocked there by the defender. And a pass back to Ortega. Now they're really building up from the backside in the team box of Manchester. You can see Ortega also playing like Ederson, playing with his leg, tossing the ball around. I think it is one kind of a goalkeeper that has actually learned from Ederson.
Yeah, he has been one good goalkeeper. He plays like he plays the way Guardiola expect. It's an attack from Man City with Hamilton again. Oh my goodness! And still game on with Grealish in the box. Who tries to find Kovacic? Who finds her? And his player, and he plays that shot, and it was way off target. Oh my goodness! That should be a better attempt. Look at that pass. Look at the way Hamilton first time cross. And that attempt, he couldn't get there on time. So it's still 1-0 to Man City at I think the 45th minute of that encounter.
45th minute and the additional time. Well, I think 1 minute additional time has been added there. So it is first half should be over any moment from now because it's the 45th minute. And the other encounter, Leipzig versus Young Boy, the referee just blown the first half of the game, and the match between Manchester City and Red Star Brigade is still on.
1 minute additional time.
Yeah, just 1 minute additional time. And it is Red Bull. Oh, no. That was defended by the Manchester City defense. A combination of a Kanji, who's old hand, you have Stones, Lewis, and 4 of them. I think they've been doing a marvelous work there.
Yeah, they've been doing a marvelous work. Fantastic one already. And it's just an inconsequential game. And they're playing like this. It's really encouraging. It's showing that, momentum. You see what I keep saying? It gets fouled a lot, a whole lot.
It gets fouled a lot, but to me, it is his style of play that is causing that.
Yeah, it's his style of play, no doubt. But at the same time, you just have to adjust. Because when it gets to a stage, these pains, the pidgin guys will say, they know the third person. You go know how your body be.
Your body will tell you.
Your body will tell you. So it is more or less like what will happen to him, even after football itself. Because you can't play football forever. There will be a certain stage, even if you don't leave football will leave you. So, but the injuries, the pains football would have caused on his body, the surgeries, even himself might not be able to contain the pain. So it's very important that you use wisdom. There are some tackles that you can avoid. There are some things you can run from. Just be very careful and be more careful.
I'll be very careful and be more careful. I think there is a message here, and that message is from a guy out there. He say, all the way the lads, that is the young Manchester City's player is encouraging them to go all the way, to win, and you can look at the support they are getting from their fans. Massive support from the fans of the Red Star Brigade, and the referee have just blown the end of first half, and that is the situation. 1-0 in favor of Manchester City. That is the situation of the first half. So, yeah, Mike, the first half have come to an end.
Yeah.
What will you analyze here?
Yeah, the first half dominated by Man City. Red Star Belgrade couldn't really foster a good chance out of the goalkeeper right there, Ortega, a good save. So let's just see if they will come out in the second half, knowing that they are the team that needs this game more. And let's see if they can do something special.
All right, let's see if they can do something special. Let's quickly read out the stats of the first half. And the stats of the first half, ball possession, 30% ball possession for the Red Star and 70 ball possession for Manchester City. Then goal attempt, 4 goal attempt for Manchester City and 3 goal attempt for Red Star Belgrade. Then shot on goal, 1-1 for either side. But Manchester City have a goal to show, but Red Star have nothing to show. Then a block shot, 2 block shots from Manchester City and 1 block shot from Red Star. Corner kick, 2 corner kick for Manchester City and none for Red Star. Then offside, 2 offside for Man City and 1 for Red Star. 1 yellow card for Red Star and none for Manchester City. That is the situation. That is the start of the first half. So I think it's a game dominated by Manchester City.
Yeah, it's a game dominated by Man City, and it's a game where Man City started a second fringe side. So it's a game that that Red Star Belgrade is lower in quality compared to Man City. With no disrespect, but we just have to say it as it is. And especially Man City is leading in that encounter.
Yeah, I know. Talking about Red Star, talking about Serbia. From Serbia, I think they are one of the best in their own league over there. But how will you rate the level of their football in the country?
Yeah, level of their football is good, encouraging. Not that bad. They've been a consistent major team that has been coming to the Champions League for a few years now. So it's left to be seen if they can actually grow from this level they are to at least an higher level to become a team that performs very well.
Yeah, to a team that performs very well. All right, we're on break time now, but let's quickly look at the winners of the CAF Award. Victor Osimhen from Napoli, African Player of the Year. And we've already talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Then Aziza Toshola, Barcelona, Women African Player of the Year. We didn't say much about that.
Yeah, we spoke about it already.
All right, because some opposition that she didn't really deserve it. Like some people from Zambia, they will say Branda Brabra actually deserve it more than Oshola. Do you share in their own opinion?
No, you see, there's no other female player on this continent that is better than Oshola right now. She just won the Female Champions League, and in Europe with Barcelona, and Barcelona has dominated the league already too in Spain. So and she has been pumping in goal, despite she's not a regular starter, but whenever she comes, she makes her presence felt. So it's a good one for Oshoala, deservedly, as far as I'm concerned.
All right, before we go for a short break, quickly talk about these these 3 awardees. Which one you would like to talk about? Percy Tau Al-Hali, Men Interclub Player of the Year. Fatima Tangnaut, Asfa Women Interclub Player of the Year. Then Walid Ragui, Men Coach of the Year.
Yeah, most of those awards you can actually you can hardly criticize any of those decisions. They were spot on, and I think it's the way to go. It's the way to go. Best team, Morocco national team. Best goalkeeper, yes, Bono, and the Moroccan goalkeeper, and some other awards right there. And it's just the way to go as far as I'm concerned.
All right. Yeah, Desiree Elise, Women Coach of the Year for South Africa.
Yeah, Desire Ellis, mainly because she led South Africa
To the World Cup.
to the World Cup and also won the last AFCON female Nations Cup. So
She deserved it.
deservedly.
All right, she deserved that. Chiamaka Nadozie, Paris FC Women Goalkeeper of the Year.
Yeah, nowadays you remember her for her penalty saves and her goalkeeping exploit. So it's very, very important that our effort doesn't go unnoticed or unrecognized. Yeah, it's very key. That's a key factor right there.
Then Lamine Kamara from Maize, Men Young Player of the Year. Then Nasir El Chad, Lille, that's Women Young Player of the Year. In this category, we saw Abiodun, Deborah Abiodun, but I think she came third.
Yeah, but that you are nominated for one of these award, it speaks a lot. It speaks a whole lot. Yeah, you just have to give it to Abiodun. As a Nigerian, she can actually grow up and become a better player.
All right, we'll go for a short break and we're back in a moment. Don't go away, stay with us. Hello, yeah, welcome back to the second segment. The match between Red Star Brigade versus Manchester City, and the match between Red Bull Leipzig versus the Young Boy. And it is halftime right now, and in the match between Leipzig versus Young Boy is goalless in that encounter, and Manchester City is leading Red Star 1-0. So we were talking about the African award, CAF award, and we've talked about Chiamaka, the goalkeeper of the year, and we've talked about Nasir Al Chad, Lille, Women Young Player of the Year. Then we're talking about Morocco, Men National Team of the Year.
Yeah, Morocco deservedly, due to the fact that they got to the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League, the best ever feat any African team has gotten to at the FIFA World Cup, and it's just a testament to the growth that is happening in Moroccan football, and that's well deserved.
Right,
And
well deserved. Talk about this award. It's like it's well dominated by Moroccans and Nigerians.
yeah, well dominated by Moroccans and Nigerians, but the Nigerians is mainly
On the
female
female side, yeah.
dominated. It's just that individual performance of Osimhen that brought him to the highest stage, yeah, with his doggedness, his attitude, his mentality towards the game, and it has earned him the African Footballer of the Year for the 2022-2023 season.
Then Super Falcons won the Female National Team of the Year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it a deserved one? Because they are not the only one. They all in the World Cup. They all left in the same stage. In the second round. You understand? They
yeah,
left in the second round. But why with Super Falcons? Why would they be, as the national team of the year?
realistically, when you look at all those teams, the Super Falcons group is the toughest. And for you to beat the host that later got to the semi-final, that's a top one. And if you look at the way others lost, it was not like the Super Falcons. Super Falcons took England, a finalist, took them to a penalty shootout. Even they went one man down due to the brilliance of the Nigerian players. So it was a very good performance, and you just have to give them some credit. Not losing in open play throughout a female World Cup. So when you want to look at it, I think they deserved it more.
All right, you can hear that from them. I say they deserve it more. But talking about the female coach of the year, wardrobe is not nominated, but Desire Ellie. So if a little bit of comparison, she's a female, wardrobe is a man.
No, it
It's a male.
doesn't. It doesn't matter. It's based on performance.
Okay.
And Ellis was the one who took South Africa to their first ever African Cup of Nations triumph, a female team. So you just have to give her some credit. And she also found a way to take them also to the second round of the World Cup. So that's really a credible thing. And I think it's just a step in the right direction.
All right, this step in the right direction. The match between Leipzig versus Young Boys has started. The second half has started, and Manchester City versus Red Star also have started. So any moment from now, we'll be giving you our update of all the action. So what are your expectations in this second half for Manchester City and for Red Star?
Nothing much, just that kill off the game as soon as possible. And I don't see any reason why they are bringing in Foden again. It seems Grealish couldn't continue.
Okay, with injury.
It seems he got injured and he had to just, maybe it's a precautionary measure from Pep Guardiola to at least rest him for the upcoming game this weekend. And let's see if Foden can actually do a better job than Grealish.
All right, let's see if Foden can do a better job than Grealish. Talking about Foden, he's more flexible. It's not like Grealish, who is always in an injury situation,
Yeah,
attacking,
Grealish
Grealish
is
is
prone, is injury prone. So
than
it's
than
one
Foden.
player that is injury prone. Foden is not really injury prone. Foden hardly gets injured.
Yeah, very
One of the
slicky.
main reasons players get injured is the way you play. The way you play matters. When you understand your body, there are some tackles you don't go into. There are some attempts you don't make. You just have to be smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about a player being weak.
And there is a movement from Manchester City, but it has been intercepted. And Resta took over, but they just lost that ball again. And the ball back to Manchester City.
Yeah, it's Kovacic with the ball. Matthews, I think that's Matthews with the ball. Sends it back to the centre back right there, who opens up for a pass from Ortega, who sends it forward to Phil Foden, who tries to link up play with Kovacic there, who sends it forward. I think that's Hamilton, who tries to cut in, runs into the box, but was well marked by the West Ham Belgrade defender there. But Kovacic gets it back and plays a swift passing flow down the right hand flank and straight and with a pass forward, and Matthews tries to cut the player and he's still with the ball. Sends it back to Hamilton to Lewis back to Matthews, Matthews back to Hamilton. Man City just looking for a way to actually break the defense of Red Star Belgrade right there. And so far so good, they are 1-0 up at the 47th minute of that encounter.
Yeah, so far so good. And the now counter, it is Leipzig still fighting harder to break the defense of the young boys. But the young boys are actually telling them, look, our name is young boys, but we are men at heart. And the attack is getting fiercer and intense. And it is the young boy who is attacking right now. He has one man to beat in the 18 box. And now the world went to the left wing of the field to try to create chances there. Still in contention of the ball. I think that should be an infringement, but the referee say plays on. And that is the situation in the encounter. Still goalless in the 48th minute.
Yeah, it's still goalless in the 40th minute.
Ah!
That's in the 50th minute in the game between Leipzig and Young Boys. And that attempt from Young Boys right there, that would have been flagged for offside, even if he didn't miss the chance. So it's Man City trying to turn defense into attack, sets it forward, and tries to find his teammate, tries to turn around, and the cross, it tries to the overhead kick, but he couldn't get that, and it seems he's injured right there.
All right, that is the situation now. It's down and in his shoulder. You can see him holding his shoulder and it's in pain right there. Let's see if we'll be able to continue this encounter. And Leipzig just made it 1.
So Leipzig just scored in the 51st minute of that encounter. Look at that long pass right there from the counter. And Forsberg finds his teammate who later tries to cut, set the pass. And look, how did you see that pass again? And he cuts off the player right there, and Sesko converted that calmly. Look at that movement, and that's a beautiful finish right there. He cuts out the defender, puts him out of the way, he dribbles the defender out of the way, and he used his left foot, lifted the ball to the top right corner of the goalkeeper, and it's a beautiful finish.
A beautiful finish. But talking about the defender, I begin to ask sometimes when defending, is it the ball you'll be looking at or the body of the player? Because he was just focusing on the body of the player, he was not actually looking at the ball, and that was why he was beaten by Sesko himself.
Yeah, he was beaten by Sesko, and it's just there's nothing the goalkeeper could do there. The chance was too close. The player should have closed him down, but he didn't. And the thing, it seems Matthews might not be able to continue. He tried the overhead kick, but it seems he landed on his shoulder. Let's just hope that he can continue.
Let's hope he can continue. And it is Red Star trying to build from the defense line. Now they've gone into the midfield. and hoping that they can get a victory here. But that is a very big mountain to climb. And now it is the young boys who want to equalize 1-1, and that is a goal for young boys. Young boy just responded immediately. Just up to 2 minutes. Yeah.
What a way to go. Yeah. Beautiful finish. And that's a fantastic one from young boys. Taking the game back to Leipzig and getting an equalizer in 2-3 minutes of conceding a goal. And I don't think that's an offside. That's a terrible defending from Leipzig right there. Look at
that. Like a sweet pass. Looks really complete. And it's a corner kick to Red Star against Manchester City. Let's see if they can convert this to also equalize, just like the way young boys did against Leipzig. And quickly taking, is anybody there to head? Nobody in particular. And a shot. Oh, what a save from Ortega. Beautiful save by Ortega. Direct, a shot on goal, but he was at the right position to stop that.
Yeah, it was at the right position to stop that. He just threw his hand in the way, and it could have just been Man City who would have considered a goal. But it's a good one, and it's Man City with a chance with that. I think that's Hamilton sets it back, and who lost that ball? I think that should be Calvin Phillips right there, who left an infringement right there, and there's going to be free kick to Red Star Belgrade. Oh, that's Phil Foden.
Yeah, and he has been booked. He has been booked a yellow card, in this encounter, and the match still on. And in the other encounter, young boys just equalized, and they have been motivated with that goal. Now they are going back for the second one. Will Leipzig allow that? A cross. Oh, in a dangerous situation there. What did he do? A pass there, and that. What a miss! What a miss! Well, you can see the linesman just signal an offside against young boy.
No, not an. Is it not an offside?
Yeah, it's calling for an offside.
That's a throw-in. It's still in favor of young boys. It's throwing to young boys. Okay. Yeah, because it seems he took a deflection, and that was a good turning. I think that should be Openda right there, who sends it forward to find Sesko, but he couldn't get enough desired touch right there.
Openda scoring against Manchester City. He scored twice against Manchester City, and we all love his move against Manchester City. His style. It's like he has been absent from the party.
Yeah, he has been absent from the party, but we hope he comes back and comes back very fast.
And it is another moment, and it's a goal! Leipzig just take back the lead. Take back the lead, and right now it is 2-1 in favor of Leipzig. And probably let's see if young boys will equalize again, because they responded immediately. And let's see if it will happen the second time.
Yeah, let's see if it will happen the second time. Wow, football has a way of surprising us. A game that, first half we didn't witness any goal. And in the last 5 to 7, 10 minutes, we witnessed three goals. 2 for Leipzig and 1 for Young Boys. That was a beautiful finish on Forsberg right there.
That's a beautiful finish. And it's looking good for Leipzig right now, though they've already qualified. But I think they just added another victory if they were able to sustain it to the end. And in the other encounter, it is still Manchester City, struggling it out with Red Star, building up from behind. Talking about the number of saves from Ortega today is massive, and it's like the style of Leipzig. They're actually giving him that opportunity to shine, because they always like taking shots from outside the 18 box.
Yeah, taking shots from outside the 18 box. When you give him time and space on the ball, that becomes the questions, where is the center back, the 2 center back, to close him down on time before he could foster that attempt out of the goalkeeper, and he got that one into the net. So the defense should be doing a better job right there. Close the attacker down. Don't give him breathing space. Up to the extent that he had to pick his spot and put his ball there. So it's Leipzig, who has been intercepted by the young boys defender with a long goal kick from the goalkeeper right there. So it's a game on in that encounter with young boys trying to go on the attack right there. But that was an offside, and I think it's still the game 2-1 in favor of Leipzig at the 58th minute of that encounter. Back to the game between Resta Belgrade and Manchester City. It's been a game that Man City has dominated toe-to-toe, but Resta Belgrade are beginning to create chances. And that was a foul on the Calvin Phillips right there. And the referee says it's an infringement on the English international right there.
The infringement, and I think that's actually giving the Manchester City it's always there for them to rebreathe and continue the game to build all over again. After that dangerous situation they found themselves, and there's a substitution here, and you can see three substitutions coming from the side of Red Star. Let's confirm the names of those coming in right now.
Yeah, let's see. It's Leipzig, Sima Khan going off for Leipzig, and Klosterman coming in for Leipzig right there. And it seems there's also a substitution right there for Red Star Belgrade. Ndiaye coming off for Jovan Mijatovic.
That is the situation there, and the match is still on. 56 minutes into the second half. Right now, 57 minutes. It is still 1-0 in favor of Manchester City, and Manchester City trying to make it to this time around. Close to the team box, but they have been pushed back to a starting line up again into the center circle of the pitch. Now they are trying to build up all over again. Now back into the 18 box, close to the 18 box of the Red Star. Will they allow them to enter? Because that is where Manchester City are dangerous. When they get into your team box, they use it against you. They can even get a penalty, probably a defensive error. Yeah. And if you allow them in, they can create chance and get a goal.
They can really hurt you.
Yeah.
When you give Man City time and space on the ball, you will really, really get punished for it. And when you look at the way Man City plays, they want you to give them enough time and space on the ball. But if you try give them time and space on the ball, they will hurt you and hurt you way back.
Yeah, and the other counter is corner kick for Young Boys. Young Boys are mounting pressure to equalize that after coming from behind to equalize. Let's see if they will do it the second time. And it's a corner kick to Young Boys, and quickly step back to take that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Young Boys player in the 18 box. Quickly taking, is anyone there to head it? He headed there, but the goalkeeper came to the rescue.
So the goalkeeper came to the rescue right there. So it's game on in that encounter. It's still Man City in possession of the ball, passing the ball around the field there with Kovacic who sends it back. And it's I think that should be a conjure with Lewis coming in deep into the midfield to get some passes. This guy plays as if he's not just 18 years old, like a full-blown mature player. With his runs, the way he opens up for play, really, I think I'm beginning to see the reason why Guardiola could confidently let Cancelo go and let Lewis stay.
That is the eye of an eagle, of a good player. That's Guardiola had there, because you can see right from you can see the souls that can play football. You can see the body that has know how to play football, and he normally catch them young. And I'm very sure that he will go far. He will go far in football. That is the situation Manchester United trying to build from the midfield again. Now tossing the ball around, buying possession all about. I'm using it to buy time also, because time is of the essence. 1-0 is already enough for them. Even a loss here is also a good result for Manchester City. And you can see Young Boys now bringing in 4 new players, introducing 4 new players at the same time. But it's a dangerous attack here in the match between Manchester City. He has options, but what did he do? Just wasted that position, that opportunity.
Yeah, if he had gotten the right touch on that ball too, he wouldn't have wasted the opportunities. Now Matthews on the ball right there, sends it to Bob. Bob returns it to Matthews. Matthews sends it back, and it's still Lewis with the ball right there, who sends it to Matthews. Matthews turns around, and what does he do with the ball? It sends it back to the defenders. And it's Man City just turning this game to another training ground.
Of course, they have to be training ground because they are playing just for pride, just to fulfill righteousness. That is why they are playing, because right now as it stands, they are good to go, waiting for the knockout stage, the next round. You know, they already qualified from the group stage. Now going to the knockout stage.
Yeah, they already qualified from the group stage. Going into the knockout stage, they are one of the teams to beat this season's Champions League, and luckily they are the defending champion. And I think by this weekend or next week, they will be going for the World Club Championship that is being hosted in Saudi Arabia.
Talking about Manchester City, last season they are the treble winner, and this season they are looking good also. But are they looking as good as last season? A chance for Manchester City there. One, and it's a goal!
And Bob made it.
Goal number 2. Bob made it 2.
Bob just made it to, the newbies are the ones getting the goal.
Yeah.
You see how important it is just to create a structure. Even, I was saying it earlier, when you create a structure, you can easily find people just to plug in. Players will just plug in and play. So far, the talent they have is in line with that structure you created. That's why you can see young players thriving right there at Manchester City. Look at the way
sweet goal. Look at that.
And he bends that in
the eye of the guy, eye of a goal. The guy has eye on goal. No, he has eye on goal. That's a beautiful goal by him. You're talking about Bob. It's like the Norwegians know how to score goal very well.
Yeah. It's not like that. If they really know how to score goal very well, they will be going to the Euros. So they are not going to the Euros.
Maybe probably they have eyes, or they can score goal very well, but they don't have the players to create that opportunity.
There's Odegaard, he's a creative player. There's Haaland, he's a goal scorer.
Yeah, that's what I say. They know how to score.
So
Haaland know how to score.
It's just that I don't think the national team has grown to that level. They really need to do some growing up as per the Norwegian national team.
Wow, that's a good one. And it is young boys there trying to break the defense of the Leipzig side. The Leipzig side are making it difficult for them. Now, still toasting the ball around and around. And it's just, look at the defense line. They just head them and they could not pass out. And now they've been able to create a chance there into the 18 box. What did he do? Oh, I think that should be a goal kick.
Yeah, the referee has called for an infringement. So it's going to be a free kick to Leipzig at, I think, the 65th minute of that encounter. So the 66th minute of that encounter, and it's still Leipzig 2, Young Boys 1. In that game, Young Boys trying to come out to get the goal. And if they can get it, let's see who will finally get that Europa League spot.
Let's see who will finally get between Young Boys and Red Star. Who will get that spot? But the way it is standing right now, let's see who is on that spot. The Young Boys are looking good on that spot. Because they're having 4 points.
Yeah, they're having
4 points.
4 points. And Red Star has only 1 point.
Yeah.
So I think they can easily get that one and stay in the European competitions, even if it is not Champions League. Teams like this, it's actually better for them to go to Europa League. Because when they qualify for the knockout stage in Champions League, they will now, that's the stage for the big boys. So when they make the big boys, most likely they might not go through that second one.
They will not survive it.
But in Europa League, they might still find their way around and still survive even till it gets to the tail end of the competition.
Yeah, and Manchester City, look at that sweet move. I think that should be a free kick, a yellow card there. And yeah, the referee has responded, and the referee has just shown a yellow card for that rough tackle.
So it's still game on in that encounter. It's still Man City that is still leading 2-0. Goal scored by Hamilton and Bob. I think that this should be their first full debut of a UEFA Champions League game. And getting a goal each is the way to go. Fantastic one. What a way to announce yourself into the hearts of the Man City fans and Man City faithful. So it's a good one. I hope they can continue from there.
Yeah, we hope they can continue from there. I think they've actually registered their name in the Champions League goal. When you check the history, their name is there, and I'm sure that is not where they're going to stop. They have a long way to go because you can see their future bright, and they are looking good. They have the move, they have the pace, they have the skills. I think they are good to go.
Yeah, they are good to go. Let's see if they can actually grow to become. And that's a good attack from young boys. And oh, that defender did a good job marking out that player, not giving him a breathing space right there to get the ball to safety, and he leaves it back a possession of the ball. So back to the game between Red Star Belgrade and Manchester City. Belgrade trying to come out and see if they can actually get something from this game. But it seems that this game is a Substitutions.
Yeah, it seems it's a great law, but it's not over yet. They still have a lot of time to play in this encounter because it is the 70th minute. I don't know, say the 67th minute in this encounter, and you have like 20 minutes plus additional time to play. So it's a long time in football. If they can put their self together and come up against the Manchester City, I think they can get a goal here. And the way the Manchester City just playing around the ball with in their defense is a dangerous situation. But the way they link up the passes, it becomes so difficult. And another counter here, but it has been blocked by the defense and it's going to be a throw-in for Manchester City.
No, I think the throw-in is to Red Bull Salzburg. Red Bull,
Okay, yeah.
Red Star Belgrade,
Yeah.
sorry. So it's a throw-in to Red Star Belgrade. 68 minutes of that encounter. Let's see if miracles can happen here at the Belgrade Stadium. So it's Man City who just lost possession again. And it's Leipzig, Red Star Belgrade trying to turn defense into attack. Let's see if they can. And that's a good pass. And look at that link up play, and there's 2 runs, and he takes the shot. But that was a selfish play. He should have just set up.
But by now they should understand that Ortega is so difficult for you to score him from that distance. You can only score him through close range. Through close range.
A good attempt can force a goal from Ortega right there.
Except of course, if there is a deflection from that long range that can actually put him in an uncomfortable situation. But if you look at all the shots so far,
if you put the right piece on that ball and the accuracy,
power,
and the volley, most likely it will beat Ortega. It's not as if Ortega is so fantastic that he can't concede those kind of goals.
Yeah, Ortega can concede those kind of goals, but we have so far I've seen in this match that all the distance shots were not threats to him at all. He was so comfortable in stopping them.
It depends on the kind of attempt they forced out of him. Those attempts are not the best attempts, and I think there is one thing that they can do better than what they are doing right here.
And it's a goal for young boys.
And it's an offside.
Wow, the referee just signaled offside. The linesman. I think the VR should be checking that. Look at the move.
Yeah, we check it. Let's see. And that's an offside. Oh,
but no, that's not an offside. He didn't touch the ball. That is a goal.
Let's see. VR we check. And that's a good chance from Red Star Belgrade. Oh my goodness. And the substitute couldn't get his attempt on target. So he went for the side woodwork.
Oh, no.
Look at that attempt. That would have been a beautiful goal. The referee says it's an offside. So the offside stands.
Offside stand. Anyway, but I saw it that the guy that was off was not the one who scored the goal.
You know, the order after the play, he played that one out and tried to set another pass. I think that was where the offside came up. So
Right.
it's Man City trying to attack with the ball with Kovacic, who finds Bob and returns it to Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips finds John Stones. John Stones played a one touch with Kovacic. With 49 possession of the ball, he finds John Stones again, who goes back to Akanji. Let's see if Man City can actually foster a good goal scoring opportunity from this possession of the ball. So we can see Leipzig trying to bring in 3 attackers again, and let's see if they can actually add to their own target.
Yeah, and the scorer of the first goal, the second goal is also going out. Yeah, it's going out.
And that's Timo Werner coming in for Sesko. Timo Werner, the Champions League winner with just won the Champions League with Chelsea Football Club. And there's another substitution that's going to happen.
Another substitution going to happen like.
And it's Simmons, Javi Simmons coming in for Forsberg. And I don't know why this coach is bringing in these players. Openda coming in for Paulsen. Honestly, I don't know why, because this is an inconsequential game. What if these guys get
and they're really leading? They're leading.
Yeah, they're leading 2-1. Maybe just want them to have a feel of the action. That can prove very costly in these kinds of games. So is Man City back in possession of the ball? Let's see if Resta Belgrade can come back into this game, or maybe it's a Sokpoti case. Ball possession from the Leipzig Young Boys game is Leipzig 52%, Young Boys 48% in that encounter. So it's Leipzig trying to turn defense into attack on attack right there, but the Young Boys defensive minded player were at alert to actually put that one to safety. Is Man City trying to attack right there? Matheus Nunes finds Bob. Bob finds Lewis. Lewis passes back to Calvin Phillips, who finds Kovacic. And Kovacic returns it to Calvin Phillips, who now passes the ball straight to Foden. I think that's Foden or Gomez right there. And it's just been a round passing from the guys right there. So let's see if Resta Belgrade can actually find a way around this.
Yeah, they've lost the ball. I think there was a counter situation there. Bukhari did that, and there was the option was blocked by 3 Manchester City defense there. You know, and he just tried to cross the ball, but it was to no direction, and that was cheaply lost by the Red Star player, and that is the situation there. 2-0 in the match between Manchester City and Red Star, and 2-1 in the other encounter leaves the leading 2-1 against Young Boy. And other stacks in the Manchester City match, possession still stand 30% for Red Star and 70% for Manchester City. Goal attempt 8-8 for either side. Then a shot on goal 4 for Red Star and 2 for Manchester City. Then shot off goal 3 for Red Star and 3 for Manchester City. Corner kick, 2 corner kick for Man City and 1 for Red Star. That is the stats of the match so far.
Yeah, that's the start from the match so far. So it's Man City that is with the ball right now, trying to attack. And let's see if they can actually add one. It's a substitution for Man City. Another player is coming on. Susong is coming on, while Lewis is coming off. I think that was a mistake from. Is it Lewis No, let's see who is coming up. Okay, it's Kovacic.
Kovacic, yeah.
That's coming off right there. So let's say if Suso can actually score another debut goal in the UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, Kovacic is out. Another young player in. Guardiola is gradually building another set of battalion, military battalion, football battalion, and a chance, and it's a goal! Goal! Red Star just scored, put one behind the net of Manchester City, and right now it is 2-1. Yeah, Manchester City leading. 2.5 in this encounter. All the bookies that actually made it 2.5 will be rejoicing now.
Yeah, I think the way you shouted that, but maybe you also went for the 2.5.
That you know.
Because he's an ambassador of punting. He's a punter actually. So that was a you look at that well taken goal.
Look at it.
Kept
Ortega
rooted to one spot.
They waited for this goal. They tried and tried and tried. I think the moment just came. And the moment just came when they removed Kovacic. And that goal actually came from his position.
Yeah, it came from his position. So, and I think, when you remove an experienced player, it's with and you can now see that the work he has been doing has not shown. It is now glaring that he has been doing some very good job in that midfield.
He has been doing a very good job that was not recognized. Most time when it comes to football, those who score goals shine brighter than those who do the work.
Yeah, goals is the game is all about the goals. Yeah, goals win games is mainly goals. So it's very important to note that, and goals is everything in football.
Yeah,
so it's just about the goals.
Goals is everything in football, and Manchester City now trying to put one behind and building up again from the right wing and back to the midfield, and that is the situation. Manchester City, a Red Star player is down and complaining, and his colleagues picking him up. Say, guy, let's fight this. Don't relax. Don't sleep over it. But actually, he was injured.
Yeah, right now the news must have filtered in that if Red Star Belgrade can actually win this game, maybe they will have a chance to actually go and get the Europa League spot, because they will all know that Young Boys is already losing.
And another chance for Manchester City. Way off.
Foden missed that glorious chance right there. So still Man City 2, Red Star Belgrade 1 at the 79th minute of that encounter. Look at that chance from Phil Foden. Placed that one, but couldn't get his shot on target. So it's Red Star Belgrade. You see, since Kovacic was removed, you can see the pressure increased on Man City.
Another chance for Red Star. Good move there. What did he do? He's still trying to go. How can you imagine? And he's flogging himself already. Yeah. He knew what he did was wrong.
Yeah.
You can't hold the ball for too long. People are waiting for you. They've already created options. Look at the options. Release that ball. You want to still dribble, and he just dribbled himself.
Yeah, miskilled that pass. He wanted to cut back and play that pass in, but he lost concentration there. He miskilled that pass. And that's just it. It happens in football.
It happens in football, but it's an opportunity for them to equalize that. But, that is the situation. The situation still stands 2-1 in the both encounter. In the match between Manchester City, who is 2 and Red Star 1. On the other end, Leipzig 2, Young Boys 1. That is the situation. And already in the 79th minute in the match between Manchester City and the other match now, it is the 80th minute. Just 10 minutes more to play in regulation time.
Yeah, 10 minutes more to play in regulation time. Let's see if Red Star Belgrade can do the unthinkable and actually shock the defending champions at their home ground in Serbia.
Yeah. Let's see if they will be able to shock the defending champion in their own home in Serbia. But it's not looking real, but it is possible because there is the substitution has actually affected Manchester City. But now it is like they've been able to pick themselves up and reorganize themselves, and now they're taking the ball to the Red Star Belgrade side.
Yeah, taking the ball to Red Star Belgrade, trying to find that one goal cushion uh, that is really needed. So let's just see if they can actually get that one right on track. So it's game on in that encounter. Still Man City leading 2-1. Matthews Nunes on ground right there, being stretched. It seems fatigue is beginning to set in for the Man City player, or maybe it's just a time wasting mechanism that they are adopting right there. Also, the 83rd minute of that encounter between Leipzig and Young Boys. So it's Leipzig still leading 2-1 in that encounter. The 2 goals were scored by Zesko and Forsberg, both players, and it's Leipzig on the attack with Forsberg sets the pass right there, but the pass was blocked right there, and they still game on in that encounter between Leipzig and Young Boys. It's Susho who's trying to lead the attack right there, gets the ball to Nunes, who tries to run with the ball, but was dispossessed easily right there by the Red Star Belgrade players. So it's throwing to Red Star Belgrade at the 82nd minute of that encounter, and Bernardo Silva is coming on for Matheus Nunes right there. Bernardo Silva, the Portuguese international.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva coming in. Yeah, but when I saw him, I said, "What is he coming to do here?" They should be resting all these players. They should be resting them, and they've done enough. Last season, they overworked them because they were playing in almost all competition, which they won treble. And this season, yeah, they're already running in the Premier
But
League.
they had strength of they have strength in depth. Their squad was deep. They had players like Mahrez coming from the bench. They had guys they could call on to from the bench. So it's not as if the players were the starting 11 were overworked. So, and that's the hallmark of the brilliance of Guardiola, how he managed that team in this age for them winning the treble. That's really, really commendable.
Yeah, that's really commendable, and that is the situation. 2-1 in both sides. 2-1 in both sides, and this is the 83rd minute in the match between Manchester City versus Red Star, and 86th minute in the match between Leipzig versus Young Boys. And it is Manchester City trying to build momentum again, trying to build into the 18 box now to the left wing, one-on-one with the defender. He has one more to beat. He went into that, and that should be a penalty. What did the referee say?
And that's a penalty.
Penalty. That should be a penalty because there was contact and against Mika Hamilton. Yeah, that was a beautiful one.
You know how we went through the two of them.
Look how slick he is. Look how he would draw his trousers, his short. Sorry, his pants. Look at it in front of the referee. Even he held his this thing.
Honestly, that defender was not smart enough there.
It's not smart. Inexperience.
He actually overdid it.
Inexperience.
Yeah. And it's Calvin Phillips. He even got a yellow card right there. So it's Calvin Phillips standing next to that ball, the England international. And this guy is one hell of a box-to-box midfielder. I don't understand why Guardiola has kept him on the bench for that long. It was mind-blowing. One revelation for the Euros. The Euros that was held in the finals were held at the Wembley. So it's Calvin Phillips that is standing next to this penalty. Can he score it? He plays it and he sends the keeper the wrong way. That was a beautiful penalty. It's Man City 3, Red Star Belgrade 1. And it seems that will be the first goal Calvin Phillips will be scoring for Man City in over like a year and a half. that he got to Man City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Calvin Phillips, Glaziers, the goalkeeper of
And that's a good chance for Leipzig right there, but that attempt was roofed by Timo Werner. Timo Werner can still find his scoring, but since his days at Chelsea, look at how he.
Do you see that penalty?
How can you
Even if the goalkeeper dived the right,
goes the right way,
there's no way you can catch it. There's no way you can stop that goal.
Yeah,
there's no way because it's just close to the woodwork, to the poles of the woodwork.
Yeah.
You know, so, a beautiful penalty there by Calvin Phillips, and
that's Nathan Ake coming in for John Stones.
Yeah.
John Stones who just recovered from that injury, and it's still young boys trying to see if they can foster a chance to get back into this game against Leipzig. So it's still game on in that encounter. Leipzig still leading in this game, 2-1. So far so good for Leipzig, but not so good for Young Boys. But any which way, if it ends like this, Young Boys will be going through to the knockout stages of the Europa League.
Yeah, to the knockout stage of the Europa League. I think to me that would be an achievement. That is, they didn't go empty-handed. At least they are going with a knockout stage of the Europa League. That is to continue. There's a good one for them because it's looking good already for them. Look at the number of goals. Resta is considering. They've considered 3 goals already.
And it's Leipzig on the attack. I think that should be Openda, who has been fouled right there. And it's going to be free kick to Leipzig in the 89th minute of that encounter. My goodness, look at the chance this Leipzig player missed. And I think there's a flag raised for an offside right there. So it's not going to stand. It's going to be an offside against Red Star Belgrade. So look at that free kick is an offside.
Free kick is an offside. Look at that.
And he even missed the chance. He lost the opportunity. So still game on in that encounter. Let's see if Leipzig can score this free kick from, I think, 27 meters or thereabout. And let's see if Leipzig, and there's a potential penalty check in the game between Red Star Belgrade and Manchester City. Yeah. So let's see.
Let's see what the referee decision will be, and let's also the referee say go and there's no penalty.
It's game on.
Game on, no penalty.
Yeah, no penalty. So it's game on in that encounter. 3 minutes to be added in the game between Leipzig and Young Boys. Let's see if they can find a goal in that encounter. So it's free kick to Young Boys in the first minute of additional time. So Red Star Belgrade, Man City. Still Man City leading 3-1. And we have 3 debut goals in this fixture. The first one for Hamilton, the second one for Bob, and now Calvin Phillips converted from the penalty spot. A penalty won by the first goal scorer for Man City, Hamilton right there. And successfully taken and converted by Calvin Phillips, the English international. So let's see if they can actually add to their tally right there in this encounter. So 90th minute of this game, still Red Star Belgrade 1, Man City 3.
Red Star Brigade 1, Man City 1, and
Man City 3.
Man City 3, sorry. The game is already 2 minutes old in the Leipzig match, and Manchester City's match, it is 90 minutes. That means regulation time is over, and it is the additional time that is playing on now, because 5 minutes has been added into that match between Manchester City and Red Star. And in the other encounter, 3 minutes added in the match between Young Boys and Leipzig. That is the situation. And any moment from now, those additional minutes will be over.
Yeah, those additional minutes will be over. So it's corner kick to Red Star Belgrade. First minute of additional time of the 5 minutes. He plays it in and the header goes straight into the net. So it's 3-2 in that encounter. What a way to respond. Oh my goodness. Play that corner kick and it was almost left unmarked. And that's a good chance for Young Boys. But hey, they wasted that effort. Look at that corner kick. He played it there and free header into the net.
Free header.
Straight.
They are all looking, just top-funded. I know. That's a beautiful goal from Red Star. Look at that.
The keeper had no chance. So it's 3-2 in that encounter. Man City 3, Red Star Belgrade 2 at Serbia. The Champions League fixture right there. At home, Red Star Belgrade is at home in this encounter.
And the match between Leipzig and those Young Boys, the referee just blew the final whistle, and it is 2-1 in favor of Leipzig. The Leipzig qualify for the Champions League knockout stage, and Young Boys qualify for the UEFA Europa knockout stage 2. So that is the situation. And Manchester United already qualified for the Champions League next stage. It is Manchester City already qualified. It is Red Star that will be going home empty-handed.
Yeah, Red Star Belgrade most likely will go empty-handed. We already in the 3rd minute of additional time. And if it ends like this, that means Red Star Belgrade is going home in that group. So still game on in that game between Red Star Belgrade and Man City. Red Star trying to see if miracle can happen at their home ground against Man City. Well, some will say miracle no dey tire Jesus. But the way in this kind of game, it looks more like it's a supposed luck case. But my own take is that there's nothing God cannot do. Only if you can keep believing and keep doing what you know how to do best. Who would have thought that Red Star Belgrade will get 2 good goals against Manchester City?
Yeah, I would have thought. I think in the second half, there's been bumper of goal in the second half. We only witnessed 1 goal in the first half and 4 goals in the second half. That is massive in the second half. Highest scoring half, second half, goal second half is a mighty odd.
Yeah, it's a big odd right there. And Gomez finds Foden right there. Who passed it to Suso, who sent it straight to Gomez, but I think Hamilton will be in an offside position right there. Rightfully so. The referee has spotted it's an offside, so it's game on in that encounter. So it's Red Star Belgrade 2, Man City 3.
Red Star Brigade 2, Man City 3. 94 minutes has been played. Just have 1 minute left. 1 minute left. That is for the additional time to go over. And Manchester City would go home celebrating the victory. And then Red Star will just go home with the experience gathered so far, with nothing to show for it.
Yeah, with nothing to show for it, but at least they came to the Champions League and they were present in the Champions League. That was a good chance for Man City to make it for, but they were easily dispossessed, leaving it for a counter. But Nathan Ake is there. What a beautiful body movement right there to actually get that ball to safety. Confidence play for Nathan Ake. Fantastic player who has grown to become one of the best Man City defenders.
Yeah, one of the best Man City defenders, but still in dangerous situation here. And it is a Red Star who trying to equalize, but the defense of a cross there, but it has been blocked. Blocked for a throwing to Red Star in the 3rd half of Manchester City.
Yeah, that was the final third of Man City right there. It's still Red Star Belgrade asking the right questions in this encounter so far towards the dying embers of this game. But hey, Man City has been rooted to their defensive duties. Nowhere in this game it seems they want to continue their winning streak to the knockout stages. Maybe they can win all their Champions League matches and actually win the Champions League in style again like they did last season. Let's see, only time will tell actually. Already the 5 minutes additional time has been exhausted. Anytime from now, I think the referee should be putting an end to this fixture. Right?
Yeah. 6 minutes additional time has been played, and the referee just look at his time. And what did he do? And he has blown the final whistle. That is the end of the match. And that is the situation in the group stage of Group G. That is the end. We have seen all the winners and all the losers in Group G. And that is how far we can go for today. Remember, there's another big match, and that is the match between Newcastle versus AC Milan. That one will be that match will be in around 9 o'clock, just some minutes away from now. We'll be covering that match too. So don't go away. Stay with us. We'll be back.
We're not talking about the starting 11. Yeah. Now we have 2 starting 11. Anybody can play now. It's not about 2. Let my 2 and 3 come back. Anybody can.